Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. I'm CPU Cyan, and today we're joined by
Luna.
Lemon.
Lemon.
That is literally how it sounds. Just the fucking lemon. Also, if you don't know who I am and you're on the second game, go watch the first
What the
game.
hell? Move
You can't
cursor.
actually move.
This is search mode. We have to go like basically look around and
Okay,
basically look at different things.
now it's letting me do it. So this is the
Mm.
so hallway up there, hallway down there, hall down there.
Nothing bad ever happened in the nurse's room.
So yeah, now you have to go look up the guide.
Going down here.
Do you have a guide up?
I have a guide up, Griff. We're all good. Oh, that's how it works. There's a large hole in the floor, too big to jump across. Getting to this side won't be possible from here. Okay. You can tell why I am. You can tell why I am not looking forward to doing this. Oh, wait. Kate.
Naomi hallway any percent?
Ah! Can't go there because that's like that. So I guess we're going up this way. God. The scroll wheel is the map, but if you move the scroll wheel, it's also the Oh, okay. We found Mayu.
Entrails on the wall. As if someone was launching her across the corridor.
I wonder who that could be.
And splattered on impact. Hello.
Shut up, Ghost of
Technically,
Mayu.
you're not. That's not Yoshiki. We're not playing with Yoshiki, so it goes to Mayu.
Yeah, that's Mayu.
The smell was positively vile. Seiko had commented on it before, but it was really hitting me now. Every breath I took was triggering my ag reflex. It was all I could do just to not vomit again.
Great. Search mode. We're back.
Can we see the corpse?
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh, but then we can't party.
Yeah. So you can tell why I am. Okay, we want to go here. We're heading. Can I just like? Oh, we can just walk all the way there. Nice. Oh, event.
As I wandered through the darkened corridors, every hair on my body was standing at attention. I had goosebumps from head to toe. It felt like a fog of uneasiness was swirling around me with each step I took. And that fog was growing thicker and thicker, to such an extent that I began fearing the darkness might swallow me whole, and I'd ceased to exist. I could feel my sanity slipping away. I didn't know how much longer it could hold out, and I was starting to lose patience. I just wanted to get it over with. Fear was like a slime covering my entire being. No matter how much I wiped, I was only squishing it around. It wouldn't come off. It was stuck fast. I walked around aimlessly, calling out Seiko's name. By doing so, I think I was able to dull my senses and just barely maintain my grip on reality.
Seiko, Seiko.
Seiko, where are you? Please answer me. I wasn't thinking straight. I want to apologize. Not that namely that's your issue. You were only thinking straight.
Yeah, no, you need to start thinking gay.
You gotta think gay, Naomi.
Up ahead, I swore I saw a light glinting off of something. It looked for a moment like a web of sinewy strings stretched all across the hall. Ugh.
Oh.
Oh no. I slowly crept forward until I could confirm that they were, in fact, strands of wire. Gently, I reached out a finger and touched the closest one. Meow! I pulled my hand away, looking down at it. There was now a very fine, clean slice right on the tip of my finger. Tiny red beads were beginning to form. Those beads just getting bigger and bigger as I watched, eventually swelling into another and forming a single drop of blood. And that drop quickly became too heavy for its perch and began winding its way down my hand towards my wrist. The ano wire? No, it's a little different. I couldn't believe it had cut so deeply from just that faint touch. Had it been sharpened? It really stung. If I hadn't noticed those wires strung up across the hall and had just kept walking, I shuddered to think of what might have happened. Death not from malevolent spirits, but from a mere booby trap? Who could have done this? There's definitely a planned malice behind it. I could sense an ill will in the air and began to tremble. Was someone watching me, even at that very moment? Was someone just waiting for me to fall into their trap and die so they could gloat about it? Is someone there? Hey! It was like an unconscious shout. I couldn't control myself. I was scared. And whoever did this was heartless. Couldn't just let it go. Stop this, please. You're scaring me. Don't do these awful things to people. Heavy of negative emotions began swimming through my head. I suddenly realized I was crying. And I knew that this corridor, with its web of razor-sharp piano wire, was effectively impassable, at least for the moment. I needed to find some way to cut these wires. Or some means of disabling the trap at any rate. I decided to go back the way I came and search the rest of the school for answers.
Okay, we're back to searching. God, pull up the map, please. Thank you. Okay, so we want to go this way to room 1A. So crossing here, here, all good. Come on. Yes, made it.
It's more piano wire.
部屋の中央に切断線が走っていた。でもここにはただ一本のみ貼られているだけ。くぐれば
There was yet another
奥で
piece of
進める
piano wire in this room, seemingly razor sharp, like the others, but only one. I could avoid it easily with some care.
Okay, so we need to. What's this?
何これ
What is this thing?
教室の隅にレバーのついた古い装置が
In
置
the
いてあ
corner
る
of the room sat an antiquated mechanical device, with a lever attached to it.
糸巻きのような大小の輪がつい
It
ていて
prominently featured two wheels with spools of translucent wire coiled around them
教室の天井の
and
隅に
projected out
貼られ
towards
て
the
いるよう
ceiling
に
in a
見える
perfect straight line.
これがもしかして外
Could
の
this be the source of the booby trap? Pull the lever? Pull the lever, Kronk.
Pulling the
Wait a minute.
lever.
動くかな
Wrong series.
Ha.
That's a pretty big lever. I wonder if it'll even move.
古びたレバーは錆びついていて
The machine
簡
was
単に動い
old
てく
and
れ
the
ない
lever was rusted, so it wasn't going
少
to
し
give
ガ
without
チ
a
ャガチ
fight.
ャ遊びがあるから
It could rattle it a little though, so
動
I
く
figured
構
I
造
had
だ
a
とは思うんだ
chance.
けれど 動いた
I did it.
あれなくなってる
It's
さっ
gone.
きここに
Piano
光
wire,
線
it's
あったよ
gone.
ね
Okay, cool. Is there anything else we can look at in the room?
Oh no, you look at your guide.
I have the guide. I'm just making sure there's nothing else in the room to look at.
I
So we
mean,
want to
considering,
go.
I mean, there's also could be new there's also interactables that we might want to interact with for any juicy bits of lore that we might have missed from the first game.
Yeah. The thing will light up blue when there's something we can interact with.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I hate dark hallways.
we will have to explore this place very thoroughly.
There's a large hole in the floor, too big to get across, and oh here. Some mechanism with a lever attached to it. Pull the lever. Pull it. Hey! A path.
変な装置。床板が伸びたけど、
What a strange contraption. Pulling the lever made a retractable floorboard extend outward over the hole, but also restrung all the piano wire.
触れないように気をつけ
I
ない
had
と
to be careful not to touch any of it. If I even slightly brushed up against a single strand,
There's a large hole. Okay, good. There we go. Hallway, go! Oh, damn.
また光るぜ。
another one.
階段出口に切断線だなんて
Oops.
ひどい。
Right at the base of the staircase, no less. What is a distinct place to put it? It should be possible to use the stairs, but that piano wire is razor sharp. Best to go slow and take care not to forget about it later on.
19%. I need a... So...
I believe in this game, at least in this one, your darkening increases anytime you interact with specific stuff or story
Yeah.
events.
Yeah. So
So the darkening is nothing we have to worry about too much.
no, we need to worry about the
Usually-
darkening because the next step is we need to get our darkening meter above 40%.
Yeah.
Like piece of razor sharp piano wire. Yep. So it's at 19. Okay, so we're gonna go back.
Mhm.
So we gotta go
It's-
here.
It's not something you have to worry about as apart from like that where we need to get it above a specific amount. But at the same time, you won't have to worry about getting it above 100% unless you actively interact with something multiple times.
Yeah. So that's going to open our path back behind us, and
やっぱりだ。
control both the floorboard and the wiretap.
レバーを制
Doesn't
御
it?
に入
The
れること
device
に
controls both. I mean, you could do the.
Whoa,
Says
whoa,
if you-
whoa, whoa. That was weird. Okay. So let's go to 3A now. We're just gonna go look around.
One room we were told to never go into. Ooh.
Frozen in place! Never mind, we can't go in there.
Oh.
Still at 19%, so we gotta go find... Oh, here we go. Here's one. Smudgy blood red lettering reads, "Getting close to the darkness is one way to learn the truth. This whole place sits close to darkness after all." Still 19%. Okay. God, I wish it would be easier to... Wait. Up is that... God, that's so hard to do. Okay, 2A. What is in 2A? Search mode. Well, that's something.
黒板に
Soul
文
burned
字
by
が
the
書い
waves
て
of
ある。
energy. Pay tribute to God in this house of Shinozaki. Purified by the flames of hell, judgment past in the great beyond.
殺される。逃げろ。
Wait, House of Shinozaki. Ominous.
Yep.
The following words are scrawled out on the blackboard. Your friend is a traitor, you're going to be killed, run.
何これ。
This
さっき聖子と来
shouldn't
た
have
時
been
は
there. It wasn't on the
こん
board
な
when I
の書いて
first
なか
got
ったよ
here with Seiko.
誰かが書いたとしか思えない。
Somebody had to have written it recently,
私たち
but
の
why?
仲を
To
裂く
create
た
a
め
rift in our friendship?
人だか霊だかわかんないけど
I didn't know if it was a person or a ghost who did this, but whoever it
頭
was,
がおかしくなり
it's
そう
a
になる
terrible thing to do. This was all really starting to get to
誰
me.
かいるの嫌がらせはやめて
Is somebody in here? Stop harassing me, whoever you are.
なのよ
I can't take this anymore. I just can't.
What? What's happening?
見えない存在に怒り
I
を
didn't
ぶつけ
even
る
know whom I was angry with, but make no
私も
mistake,
危険な精神状態
I
かも
was
しれない
seething. I was probably really close to my breaking point.
両目から勝手に流れ出る涙も拭かずにその部屋を後にした。
I ran out of the room, never even pausing to wipe the tears from my eyes.
Ooh. 21 darkness. Oh, I see what's going on. Look at our vision.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start saving often. Save file 2.
How many save slots do we got in total? 99 probably.
We have enough.
You don't know that.
99
have-
save slots, but
we have
but Sachi
enough.
only had one. I mean, what?
Yep. Oh my god. Hallway, please. Okay, well, hold on a second. It said to go up the stairs. So I'm gonna go up the stairs first. See if that's the next thing we need to do. And then from there, we can start looking for some bodies. Gonna pull the lever.
Does this game have name tags like the first one?
It does.
Oh.
And this time
oh
around, the
no.
name tags are actually required.
They're required?
Yes. Up we go.
I hope you have fun
Search-
with that, Cyan.
I will not have fun with that. Also,
There's probably going to be something in the darkness at one point.
oh, I expect there to be something in the darkness at one point. And I'm not looking forward to that.
Hmm,
Ah, a body. Cool.
Yes.
So we're at 23%. I'm gonna hit that. The bleach white skeleton remains here. Based on their build, it seems likely that this was a female middle school or high school student. Her student ID name tag is lying on the ground nearby. Matsukaze Prefectural High School, Rei Kurosawa.
I think bodies with name tags are the only one that increase darkening. Which is weird distinction.
Yeah. Can I just continuously interact with the body to...
Yep.
Cool. Awesome.
How are we supposed to get our darkening up to 40% if we don't do this?
Haha!
Probably just explore a lot.
I guess, yeah. We're doing the Kizami strat.
Kizami.
Oh! 41%. This is what we need it to be at. Oh,
And
jeez.
what do we need it at 40% for?
True ending.
Oh, so I'm assuming if we went there without it being at 40%, we wouldn't get the true end?
I don't know. I'm not sure what happens if we don't. It just says to have it at this.
What happens if we go to the boys' room first? Would we get the guy telling us to get out of here?
Let's go. Let's go see the boys' room then. Oh, an event. The boys' room's
Oh.
completely boarded up. It won't be possible to get inside. Good to know. Then I guess we're going to the girls' room.
So it seems...
You have a list of name tag locations?
We don't need any name tag stuff for the first chapter.
Okay.
No matter how much I wanted, I just couldn't seem to figure out where Seiko had run off to. Well, she's just hanging around.
Just hanging out, I guess.
Yeah, and I'd been teased from the shadows and frightened the whole time I was searching. I couldn't take much more of it. I was losing my mind. When I came back to my senses, I found myself standing in the hallway of the third floor of the school building. Oh, I see what's happened. I began to doubt myself, to doubt the fated events that lay ahead, or whatever these horrific future memories were. It couldn't actually happen, right?
Oh, I think I know what's going on. So you need to be at 40% darkness to even get this event. To even be able to continue the game.
Oh, because she
Yeah.
ends up getting blackened a bit in all that when she does the thing.
Yeah.
I had no real reason to doubt the things I'd been envisioning, of course. But I kept telling myself it was just paranoia. I experienced deja vu many times in my life, ever since I was a little girl. It didn't have to mean anything. Someone told me Someone once told me that deja vu was just the brain recognizing a similar situation from one's past and making a false connection. Pulling the wrong file.
もうやだ
Please, no more.
セイコ
Seiko!
Seiko, Seiko.
No. Please, don't leave me by
何か
myself.
に頭を支配されたよう
Basically
に
lost all ability
理
to
性を
reason,
失った私は
as if my mind had been taken
その
over
場
by
に
some
泣
outside
き崩れて
force.
しまった
I broke down on the spot and began crying.
あの音は
What's that?
壁を蹴るような大きな
A
音に
loud sound caught
引
my
っ張られるよ
attention.
うに私
It
は
sounded
腰
like
を上げた
someone kicking a wall. I shot up from the ground as if I were yanked,
同時にこのシチュエーションの記憶
and
の
as I
引き出し
rose,
が
my brain began recognizing a similar situation from my past. A file was being pulled.
やだ
No.
トイレの中から聞こえてくる
Sounds of a struggle coming from
この
inside
乱
the
暴な
bathroom
音は
stall. It's exactly the
そ
same.
うだあの時もしんと張り詰めた空
There
気
was
の
an
女
eerie
子トイレの
stillness
中
in the air within the girl's lavatory.
人の気配は全くしな
I
いけ
didn't
れど
feel like there was anyone else in
奥
here
から
with
3
me,
つ目の扉が
but I sensed a
Emma,
slight movement on the
閉じた
third
ように
stall
見えた
door from the back, as if it were just closed.
私の心臓が跳ね回る
My heart was
緊張
racing.
して血
I
が
was so
逆流して
nervous,
いるよう
it
な
felt
感
like
覚
all
に
the
なる
blood in my body had begun flowing in
この
reverse.
扉の向こうに
Behind this door. Ugh,
聖子
Seiko,
こなの
where are you? I miss you.
ロープを見て真っ暗
Just
な気
looking
持
at
ち
the
になる
news sent a wave of dark feelings through my mind.
やっぱり死の運命
The
は
spectre of death
す
was
ぐ
right
目
in
の
front
前
of
で
me,
口を開
baring
けて
its
待っている
fangs.
んだこのままもし
If I went too much
会えな
longer
かった
without
ら
finding her. Huh?
背後でまた壁
That
を蹴る
same
ような
dull
音が
thud
して
echoed again from
驚い
behind
て
me.
振り返る
Startled, I turned back towards the stall.
誰もいない個室なのに
No one was there. So
何
what
の
was I
音だろう
hearing? The wall. There's a breeze
この
coming out
壁
from it.
空気が手を軽く握った甲の
I
方で
stepped inside and
壁
began
のあた
lightly
りを
knocking on
ノッ
the
クして
back
みる
wall in several different spots.
ここ
Ah,
壁
it's
の後ろ
hollow.
に
Oh, she found the secret entrance.
よく見ると
A bit early
周
though,
りの壁
Naomi.
板が少し浮いている
Looking closely, the wall did jut out very slightly, right around that exact spot.
私は考えるより先に
Unconsciously, I
奥
pushed
に
on
空
it,
間のありそうなその壁を壁の一部が
and a
ドアの
small
よう
piece of
に
paneling
奥
swung
に向
out
かっ
into
て
the
開
space
く
beyond like a door.
壁だとばかり思っていたから
It was well
まさ
hidden,
か
to say the
奥に
least.
空間があるとは思
Never
いもし
once
な
would
か
I
っ
have
た
guessed there to be a hidden room behind this particular bathroom stall.
真っ暗
It's really dark in here.
畳を縦に2枚並べたくらい
The
の
room was
細
extremely
長い空間
narrow,
が
making it feel
そこ
longer
に
than
は
it
あった
was. You could fit maybe 2 tatami mats on the ground there, end to end.
行き止まりの床には
A
人が
hole was
入れ
cut
るく
into
ら
the
いの
floor
穴
in
が
the
開いて
back,
いて
outfitted
下の
with a
階に
ladder
出られ
leading
る
down into the main
はしご
school
がかか
building
っている
below.
下の階が見えない
I peered down the hole, but
こ
could
こ
see
を
no
降りてい
sign
く
of a
と
floor,
2階や1階を越えて
nor the end of the
地
ladder.
下にまで到達してしまい
This
そう
thing could lead all the way to the ground level or even farther.
気圧か風のせいなのか隠し扉が勝手に閉まっていた
Whether due to pressure differentials or the breeze in the air, the secret door suddenly shut itself behind me.
さっきからの音はこれだったのか
That must have been what I was hearing earlier.
この穴場
A
所が
wretched
場所だ
smell
け
was
に
wafting up from
ものす
below.
ごい周期が立ち込め
Hardly
て
a
いる
surprise given where I was.
この下に降りてもきっと
I didn't want to
想像
imagine
を
what
絶する場
unspeakable
所に
things might
立っている
await me
だ
at the
けの
bottom
よう
of
な
this
気がす
ladder.
る
But if Seiko had gone this way, I shook off my misgivings and began descending.
What?
汚物が溜まっている部屋に着く
I
んじゃな
wondered
い
if
のか
this
な
ladder
自分で
ended
問い
in
か
a
けると
garbage dump or
戻りた
something.
くなって足
I
が
stopped
止
my
まる
tracks, seriously considering turning back.
でももう二度と来たくないし、
But I didn't want to miss
それ
something
な
and
ら
have to do
今
this
確
again
認して
later.
しまおうと。
So I figured I might as well tough it out and see what I might find down at the bottom.
考えを二転三転させ
I
なが
was
ら
waffling between my desire to
な
be
るべく
thorough
空気を
and
吸
my
わないよう
instinct to
に
turn back,
息を止め
but I
て
kept climbing
はし
down
ごを
all
降
the
りた。
while, holding my breath as much as I could.
はしご濡れてるな。靴が
Sure is wet. If I'm not careful, I might slip. Ah!
Please stay.
We.
やだ。
Ew. What?
よかった。お
I'm
物
really
そう
glad
じゃ
it's
な
not
く
a
て。
garbage dump.
そこは泥の壁と
Seems to be
土
a
の床に囲まれ
cave-like
た
room with
洞
muddy
窟の
walls
よう
and
な
a
小
dirt
部屋だった。
floor.
降りてきた穴から薄暗
Looking
い
up, I
光
could
が
see a very
少し
faint
だけ
light
照らし
coming
てく
from
れ
the
ている
hole
け
I'd
れど、
just climbed through,
ほとんど真っ
but
暗
the
に
whole
近い。
area was otherwise pitch black.
調べる意味あ
There
るか
doesn't
な、
seem to
こ
be
の部屋。
anything to find in here at all.
何もなさそう。
I'm probably just wasting my time.
辺りを見回そうと立ち上がろ
While
うとした。
surveying my surroundings as best as I
けれど、
could, I attempted to stand up, but that didn't go very well. Ow! What the hell?
足首がすご
My
い
ankle
熱を
had
持って
swollen
腫れていた。
pretty badly. It felt like it was on fire.
聖子に手当てをしてもらった。捻挫し
It
た
was
方
the
の
same
足首が
sprained
着
ankle
地してし
Seiko
まい、
had tended earlier.
また
I
痛
must
めて
have
しまった
landed on
の
it
で
when I
す。
slipped from the ladder, aggravating it further.
嘘。
No, why is this
じゃない
happening?
よ。大丈夫な方の足で立
I
ち
made
上がり、
another attempt to get up,
捻挫した
this
方
time
の
onto
足を
my
ス
good
ッと
ankle.
つく。
If I shifted my weight so the
歩こう
majority
と
of
し
it
て
rested on that
片足
leg,
をかける
maybe I
と、
could walk. Ow!
呆然とした。
No such luck.
歩け
I
ない。
wasn't going anywhere.
こんな真っ暗な場所で、
I was stuck in this dark,
誰にも気
dank
づいて
cave
もらえないところ
where
で、
no one would ever find me with a ladder I
は
couldn't
しご
use.
ももう足のしびれがだんだん
My
溶
leg
けて、
had begun going numb,
じん
and
じ
the
んと
pain from my
重
ankle
い
was
痛みが
almost unbearable.
足首を。やだ。やだ
No,
よ。
no, I have to get out of here. I have
だ
to.
から壁に体を預けながら、
Leaning
捻挫した
onto the
方の
wall for
足を浮か
support,
せ
I
て、
attempted to stand
もう
once
一
more,
度
this
片
time
足で立
holding
ち
my
上がる。
sprained ankle in the air as best as I could.
はしごに両手をかけて
Placed both of my
上がろうと
hands
する
onto
け
the
れど、
on the ladder,
最初の
but it
一
was
歩が
no
上がら
use.
ない。
I couldn't even make the first step.
意を決して片足立ちのまま
Mustering all my
ジャンプす
strength,
る。
I figured I'd give jumping a try, even if it was only with one leg.
濡れたはしごの一段目に
As soon as the other
足をか
came
け
in
ようとし
contact
た
with
ん
the
だけれど、
bottom rung of that wet, slippery ladder,
全身の血の気が引いてい
I
く。
could feel myself turning pale. I was well
本
and
当
truly
に無理だ。
stuck.
冗談じゃない。
This was no joke.
必死
I
に
was
なって
frantic.
何度もは
I
し
tried
ごを上が
climbing
ろ
the
うと
ladder again and again, but just kept finding myself
無様
sprawled
に地
unceremoniously
面に
across the
転がり
ground.
続けた。何度繰り返したかわか
I
らない。
couldn't even say how many times I
周囲
challenged
の
those
角か
damn
ら
rungs.
出られる場所がない
I
かと
even
探した。
searched the walls nearby for another way out.
でもその
It
希望
was
の
simply
こと
no
ごとく
use.
It's no
It's
use.
no
目
use.
に涙がたまる。
Tears were welling up in my eyes uncontrollably.
ごめん、聖子。
I'm so sorry, Seiko. I can't make it. I can't save
助
you.
けに。目の前に人の
And
気
then,
配が
all
し
of
た。
a sudden, I sensed a person in front of me.
お友達のところに行きたければ負けないで。
Is that Sachiko?
Yes.
If you want to find your friend, you can't just give up.
よくここまで来たね。頑張
I'm
ったね。
impressed you've made it this far. You've done well.
目の前に
Ah!
小さな女の子が立っていた。
It was a little girl. She was just there, and she spoke to me in a very comforting voice.
ぎゅっ
It's the crazy bitch!
私の頭を
Run! She's a ghost and.
She's a ghost and a bitch.
Then she hugged me tightly, as if trying to enshroud my head with her being.
This ain't even the good Seiko.
よしよし。大丈夫。
There,
会わせてあ
there.
げるよ。
It'll be alright.
言うこ
I'll
と
let you see her. If you'd like, will you listen to what I have to say?
もう幽霊でも
I
何で
didn't
もい
care
い。
who. I didn't care if it was a person or a ghost. I just wanted somebody, anybody, to save Seiko.
いい子。いい子。
Good. Good girl.
いい子。いい子。
Good girl. That's a good girl.
大丈夫。辛い記憶は
Everybody's going to be okay. Painful memories, you see,
その方が面白
are
い
the
から。
funniest of them all.
Oops.
Seiko!
Oh, this is Seiko's POV.
Naomi! You insensitive jerk!
You can finally rest your voice.
No, I shouldn't say that about her. It was my fault. Naomi was just scared. After what she went through, I don't blame her. She's always been so cheery and so kind. But I brought out all of her pain, all her tears. That's the one thing a friend should never do. A smile suits her face best of all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Naomi. I'm sorry for making you so sad. I feel so lost without you.
Oh, it's the same for me, Seiko.
We're saving Seiko.
Seiko, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I just
my
just
God.
want us to be together forever.
Naomi. But when I'm with you, don't I make you mad? Don't I rub you the wrong way and make things unbearable for you?
Of course you don't. That was just me being stubborn and pouting and behaving like a spoiled brat.
聖子が抱っこの腕で近寄ってくる。
Oh, Seiko approached me with arms outstretched. She wanted to hug me, and I immediately obliged, without the slightest hesitation.
温かい生きている聖子。
This was Seiko, warm and
柔ら
alive,
かい
soft and smelling lovely as usual.
Huh?
I'll never let you go again.
Me neither.
You'd better not.
あっちにね、畳の敷いてある部
There's
屋
a
があるんだ。
Japanese-style room over
ちょっ
there,
と休憩で
with
き
the
そうだ
tammy
よ。
mats and everything. We should go sit down and try and calm my nerves a little.
Oops,
I don't think it's the real one.
That break sounds nice. Let's go.
少し休もうか。用務員室。
Custodian's closet?
さっきここ
This is one of those doors that wouldn't open, isn't it?
そうだっけ。なんか
Oh?
ね、
Oh,
さっき私
I
気絶してた
passed
ん
out
だけど
earlier, I guess.
気がついたら
When I came to, I was lying down in this room. I was someplace underground, I think, with no way out. And then I saw a little girl, was it? For the life of me, I just couldn't remember clearly.
What's our darkening currently at?
なんだろう。
I can. Can I check? 41 still.
Oh yeah, we
Huh.
can save in cutscenes.
Yes,
What?
that's really odd. Maybe you have a guardian angel on your side. Or a ghost.
え、やめてよ。
Come on, don't say that.
Not on our side, that's for sure.
Well, remember what that spirit told us when we first got here. He said not all ghosts are bad.
Not all bad, huh?
聖子は余裕で扉を開いて、用務員室の
Seiko
中に入
calmly
っていく。
opened the door and stepped into the custodian's closet.
ここに飛ばさ
She
れた
gently
人
opened
当
the door.
人が周りで怯えきっていたことは思う。
We gently close the door.
Ugh.
I could hardly believe this was the same person who got scared out of her mind at the first sight of a ghost only a few hours before.
なんか聖子、さっきまでよりも強く
You
なった
seem a
よ
lot more fearless now than you were when we got here, Seiko. Or is that just me?
Huh? As long as you're around, Naomi, I feel like I've got nothing at all to be scared of.
もう気をつけてよ。
That's all well and good, but just make sure you don't let your guard down, okay?
用務員室の中は明かりはつかなかったけど、
There weren't any working
常に
lights in the
校舎の
custodian's
機械音が反
closet,
響し
but
て
it definitely
嫌
felt a
な
lot
音を
safer
立
in
て続
here
け
than
て
it
いる
did out in the
外の
creepy,
通路
creaky
よりは落
hallways.
ち着け私たち
Meanwhile,
は畳に
open
腰を下
that
ろす
little
と
door there.
しばらく無言で並んで座っていた
Two of us plopped down
な
next
ん
to
だ
one
か
another on
何
the
を話せ
tatami.
ばいいのか
For a
わ
long
からなか
while,
ったね
neither of us said a word. I guess we weren't sure what to talk about.
無事でよかったよ聖子
I'm so glad you're okay, Seiko.
You too, Naomi. How's the ankle? Still hurt?
さっきすごく痛くなったような気がするんだけど今全然平気だよ
I feel like it did really badly for a while there. But it's totally fine at the moment.
よかった
Glad to hear it.
聖子おまじないの
Did you
切れ
manage
端
to
は
find your
見つか
paper
った
doll scrap?
ないの
No,
どっ
it's
か
still
に落としたの
missing.
かな
Guess I must have dropped it somewhere
この
else.
学校の中
And
じゃ
finding
探
anything
す
in
の
this
難
place
し
is
いか
quite
ら
a feat.
困ったね
Yeah, it is.
じゃあ帰ったらさ
I'm sorry, but when we get back, we can always ask the
もう一
class rep to
回
perform the
おまじ
ritual
ないを
again,
みんなでやろうよ
and we can get you a replacement.
That's true.
落ち着くと
That's a terrible idea.
部屋を出るのが嫌になる
Once we calmed down a bit,
校
we
舎の
reached
パ
a
ソコン
point where
で
we simply
戻り
didn't
た
want
く
to
ない
leave the room anymore. Oh, we had no desire to go back into those
私たち
halls,
はそのまま結構長い時
so we
間
didn't.
ここでおしゃべりを続けた
We stayed right where we were for a really long time, just chatting endlessly with one another, casual as can
ク
be,
ラスのみんなのこと
about
文化祭の
class
こ
and the
と
festival and our
僕やの
sleepover the
お隣
previous
さんの
night.
こと
Ordinary, everyday conversation.
話しながら
But then
私は
I
ふと
happened to look over and
聖子の
catch
視線
Seiko
が気に
staring
なっ
at
た
me.
だよねほんと
Yeah, totally.
聖子どうした
Hmm?
の
Seiko, is something wrong?
Huh? No, it's nothing.
暗くてよく見えないけれど聖子が
It was too
なん
dark
か変
to see Seiko's features in any
顔
great detail,
赤い
but something seemed amiss. It was her face. Was she blushing?
ナオミ
Naomi?
勇気出
Hmm?
して
This is hard for me to say,
あのね
but, well,
うん
What is it?
あの
I,
真剣な表情になぜかこっちまで
Is
緊張
she gonna say what I think she's gonna say?
probably.
Say it!
何
Say it! For the
Hey.
love of the goddesses!
She had an uncharacteristically serious expression on her face and seemed really nervous. What was it, Seiko? What were you trying to tell me?
やっぱいい
Never you mind.
何それ
No!
気になるじゃん言ってよ
Oh, come on, now my curiosity is killing me. Just spit it out already.
笑わない
Promise you won't laugh?
うん嫌なら
Hmm,
笑わ
if you don't want me to, then I won't.
私
Okay, because I'm
本気なんだ
totally serious.
Oh?
ドキッとしたここで初めて
My heart skipped a
私は
beat.
ど
This
こまで
was the
同感な
beginning.
のだろう
How could I have been so dense all this time?
ここって何が起こるか
Since
わ
we
か
have
ら
no
ない
idea
か
what's
ら
going to
ち
happen
ゃん
to
と
us in
伝え
here,
ておき
there's
たいの
something I really need to tell you.
うん
Okay.
聖子の視線が
Seiko's focus
私の
changed.
唇に
Her
注がれ
gaze was
て
now directly squared at my
待
lips.
ってこれって
Wait, was this?
あのね
Will you, kiss me?
Huh?
Yes!
痛いの
Say yes!
I want to kiss you.
なんで
Say it!
Why?
好きだから
Because I love you.
友達としてでしょ
As a friend, right?
聖子は黙って
As
指
a
を
friend,
横
right?
に振る
As a
Say
friend,
so.
right?
真っ白になる
I'm gonna stop you right there, friend.
I'm gonna stop you right there, friend.
Seiko didn't say a word. She just shook her head fervently. I was dumbfounded. Was she confessing to me?
男子にもされたこ
I
と
hadn't
ない
even had a boy confess to me yet.
聖子は耐えきれないって
She
様
shook,
子で
she hung her head
つら
low,
れて
staring
黙
down
っ
at
て
her
しまっ
feet.
た
My silence seemed almost like it was causing her physical pain. She looked like she might explode.
よく見えないけど
I couldn't see her face clearly, but
顔
I
を
was
右
certain
まで
she
真っ
must have
赤に
been
して
quivering and
ブ
blushing
ルブ
from
ル
her
と
ear to
震
ear.
えていたと本気なの
You're serious?
結婚したい
I'd marry you if I could. I want to kiss you and hug you too.
こんなに小さくて
That was the first time I'd ever heard Seiko speak so
初
softly,
めて聞いた
or with such a stammer in her voice.
私は
Before I knew it, I was crying. I had
理由がわから
had
ない
no
涙を
idea
流
why.
していた
I.
Seiko, I'm sorry, I...
私
Naomi!
No! You!
You idiot, that is not what you
一人で
say!
乗務員室を飛び出してきてしまった
I ran out of the room and just took off down the hall.
涙の理由は自分でも理
I
解
still
できな
couldn't
か
tell
った
why I was crying. It was like I was scared. Or maybe I was happy. Or
嬉しかっ
maybe
た
I'd
よう
just
な
lost a friend.
友達がいなくなったよう
Naomi,
な
you fucking idiot.
落ち
We're
着くわ
killing Naomi
友
tonight.
達だった聖子も
I
い
needed
な
to
くなっ
calm
たわけ
down.
じゃない
The Seiko I was friends with wasn't gone. She hadn't been lost.
恋に関してはどうあれ
Regardless of whether or not I was able to return her feelings, I owed her at least a thank you.
聖子私がそんな反応じゃ
Must have been pretty deep in regret by that point. I needed to get back to her. I needed to let her know that I would stand by her.
突然
Hmm?
すぐ近くで
I was soon
水の
distracted
こ
by
ぼ
the
れる音
sounds
が
of
聞こえて
dripping
きた
water nearby,
蛇口を緩くひねったよう
as
に
if someone had left a
勢
faucet
い
on,
はないけれど
but only just,
でも
and it was slowly
とめど
spilling
なく
out onto the
水が
floor.
落ち続けて床にはじどこから聞こえてくるんだ
But where was it? It sounded close,
辺りを見回した
but
時
there was no sound of running water
私
anywhere.
はある
And I
違和
could
感を
see
感じた
I had a bad feeling about this.
近い
I have a bad feeling about this.
All I knew was that it was close.
あまりに近い
Like, really close. Wait, no, it couldn't be. I looked down at my
私は
feet
ふ
and I
と足元
gasped.
を見て
Oh god, no, she's pissing. She's pissing oil, guys. She was a robot the entire time. I knew it.
私の太ももを伝え
Ah,
黒い液体
Yep, I remembered this
が
CG.
溜まっていた
an unpleasant looking
まだ止まら
fluid
ず
was running down my
ぐ
thighs
ちゃぐ
and
ちゃと
pooling
流
up
れ
on the
続けてい
floor
る
beneath my feet, and it wasn't stopping.
やだ
I guess it's that time of the month for Naomi.
Oi! Oh god!
Luna's a girl, she can make those jokes.
I know! Okay,
Ew,
okay.
what the hell? What is this?
It's
Gremlin.
motor
慌
oil.
てて指ですくってみた
She needs maintenance, clearly.
タールのような
I hesitantly collected a bit of it on my
サラサ
finger
ラ
and
した
studied it.
液体の
It
ような
wasn't
もの
blood. It was almost tar-like in consistency, smooth and viscous.
よく見るとうっすら
It
光
seemed to be faintly glowing as well.
なんでこんな
Why
の
was
が
something like this coming out
私
of
の
my
体から
body?
出てるの手につい
Didn't
た
learn about
黒い
this in
液体
health
が
class.
スカートになすりつけ腰を抜かしたように後ずさりした私は
Teachers, Mrs. Sachiko, what the hell's going
その
on?
まま床に尻餅をついた
I went to wipe my finger on my skirt and shifted in place, only to lose my footing and fall backwards, landing hard on my rear.
頭を抱えて
I put my hands on the sides of my head,
もうやだ
closed my eyes and screamed. I'd reached my limit. I just wanted all of this to be over.
ぎゅっと目をつむった真っ暗な視界に
But try as I might to
天
shut
地が
out
ひっ
the
くり返っ
world,
たかのよう
the
な
world
感
was
覚が
determined
重な
not
る
to be ignored. It was like heaven and earth were moving all around me.
立ちくらみのようなめまいのよう
I
な
felt dizzy. It was like my soul
自
and
分の
body
精
was
神を分離して
separating. I became acutely aware of my own mass and started obsessing over it. I was so heavy.
重い体が
My
重
head
い
in particular.
頭が
The
重
human
い
cranium weighs about
その頭
Why the hell do you know
とあるだ
that?
け
about 5 kilograms, and I could feel every last gram straining my neck muscles. It was hurting my back.
It's like the one meme of like, it's like, if 666 is the number of evil, then, and it's like, even like long number decimal is the root of all evil. Why do you have a calculator in your shower? Shower thoughts.
何これ
What's happening? I'm losing consciousness. Can't open my eyes.
全身の血液が頭に
All
上
the
って
blood
き
in
て
my
いる
body came rushing up to my head. Why was this happening?
顔中に血管が浮き出て
I could feel the blood vessels in my face pressing against my skin. I could see blood behind my eyelids.
痛い
Ugh.
痛い痛い
It hurts, it hurts, it hurts so much.
So what we're seeing right now is probably what she's seeing with her eyes closed.
どんどん血が上がってきてる
The blood just kept coming. It wouldn't stop. It felt as if my blood vessels, my eyes, my whole head could burst at any moment.
助けて誰か
Somebody please save me. Seiko!
気をつけて。あなたがこ
Be
れから落ちるの
careful.
は
You're about to fall into the valley of past and future memories.
意識の朦朧とした私の耳に
Just as my last vestiges of consciousness were fading, I heard a little girl's voice.
重くて
But as I was in pain, I was weighed down. I couldn't open my eyes.
お友達を助けたければ
If you wish to save your friend, you'll need to overcome fate itself.
何
But
何を
what are you saying?
一層頭が重たくなって
The heaviness in my head grew at an alarming rate, and I heard a tearing sound behind my ears.
太い血管が裂けたような
It was the sound of a major blood vessel breaking wide open. I was certain I was going to die, but then the pain and dizziness simply
頭痛
vanished.
と目の前がぼんやり
I had
光
the
っているのを
sensation of a
感じ
faint shimmering before my eyes,
塞がっていた目は
and I wondered if maybe I could open them now.
私はギュッと締めていたまぶたの
Slowly and
力を
carefully, I relaxed the muscles that were so forcibly and fearfully holding my eyelids shut.
あれこ
Welcome home.
Where am I?
全
This
然小学校じゃ
isn't
ない
Heavenly Host.
いつも見慣れた風景だった
I knew exactly where I was. I'd seen this image a million times before. I'd seen it just this morning with Seiko. This was my house.
本当に
Am I really
帰っ
home?
て
Was it
これた
all
の
a dream, maybe?
それともお母さん
Mom, I'm home.
おかしいな
Something wasn't right. My field of vision was low to the ground, and everything around me looked much larger than it should.
大きく見
What
え
was
る
going on?
Naomi, guess what? I brought you a cat.
お父さん
Dad?
You've always been so mature, watching the house all by yourself when we're away. Come on, pet it.
よかったわね
Isn't she great, Naomi?
Ah,
お母さん
Mom?
この子がいれば
Now you'll have someone to keep you company.
お父さんもお母さん
Sorry
も
we're always so late coming home from work, sweetie. It's so nice when we can trust you, though.
この猫がいれば
I'm really sorry, but now you won't be lonely anymore, right?
やめて
Not this.
メイは家の庭を散歩したり
May would spend half her time indoors and the other half in the backyard, as if she were out to pasture or something.
What is with the background music?
It may not have been much land, but that was her territory, and she rarely ventured outside of it. Once, I was upset that my parents were going to be late coming home from work again, that I scooped up May and ran away from home for a little while. Papa, Mama, I hate you.
やめて
Stop it!
ちゃんがいるから
Because you're here, May. Because you're here, Papa and Mama don't think they have to come home.
You
No.
didn't. You didn't.
It's your fault, you know. No!
No.
No!
No.
Naomi, what's
no,
wrong? Why are you crying?
No. No.
Griff.
No.
Griff. Where did you and May run off to?
So you're allowed to say
Okay.
no, but when I have a problem with it, then it's a problem. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, May. I don't want us to be apart. I said a really mean thing to you, May. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right, Naomi. May will always be there for you. She loves you, you know? She can sense exactly how you feel. She's very understanding.
それからしばらくして
It wasn't long after that May ran away.
私は泣きながら
I
毎日
searched for her
表を
every
探
day
し回
through
ったけ
teary
ど
eyes, but in the end,
とうとう
she never did come
帰
home.
ってきてくれ
残念だね
It's such a pity. I guess even cats get strange ideas in their heads from time to time.
違うの
That wasn't it.
せっかくのお友達だった
And
の
you
に
two are such good friends, too.
私が悪いの
I did this.
新しいお友達
But you'll make a new friend in no time. You just need to put this out of your mind and move on.
Because
Because May was so understanding and kind-hearted, that she disappeared from my life.
私があんな
If
こと
only I
言わ
hadn't
なけ
said
れ
what
ば
I
よか
said
った
to
んだ
her. This is depressing. May, come back, please, May.
Well, at least the cat didn't die. Maybe?
Maybe.
あなたは
You'll never change. You never change, do you?
お母さんお母さん
Mom?
どこにいるの
Mom, where are you?
いない
She's not here.
ナオミ
Naomi?
セイコ
Seiko?
セイコセイコ大丈夫
Seiko? Seiko, are you alright? I've been looking all over for you. I'm so sorry about before.
何の反応も返ってこなかった
She didn't respond,
私には分かった
but she didn't have to.
確かにセイ
This
コ
was
だ
definitely Seiko.
よく見えないよ顔
I
もっと見せて
can't see you very well. Come a little closer, please. Let me see your face.
私は近寄り床
I
に
drew
座
in
っている
towards
セイコ
Seiko,
の
who was
体
sitting
に
on the ground,
頭を乗せて
and rested my head on her shoulder. Then I wrapped my arms around her.
部屋が
I still
薄暗
couldn't
いせ
see
い
her
で
face. I thought it might be because of the dim lighting in the
見え
room.
ないでもなんだろ
But
う
no, that
この
wasn't
床
it. Something was very wrong
セイ
here.
コがピクリとも
Seiko
動か
wasn't
ない
moving an inch, and that's when I realized
冷たい
her skin was cold. She's dead?
待って
Wait,
私
where was I?
どこに
Was
い
I
るん
at
だっけ
home? Or was this Heavenly
ここ
Host?
いえ
Last thing I remember was just
全然
frantically
小
trying to
学校
find her again.
なんだか遠くから
I could smell
Seiko
incense
の
from
匂いが
somewhere
して
far off, and
意識が
finally realized that this wasn't reality.
岸駅岸駅
Now arriving in Kishi Station.
違う
No,
違う目の前で床
no,
に無
this
言で
person
座って
sitting
いるこ
perfectly
れ
still
は
on the floor,
セイコ
not
じゃな
saying
い
a word. This wasn't Seiko, so who was it?
Oh!
That's ominous.
Naomi.
真っ暗闇の中聖子の形をして
Within
い
the
たものが
unyielding darkness,
ゆっくりと
I
近
knew
づ
that
いてくる
whoever
の
it
が
was
分かる
whoever it was taking Seiko's shape was coming towards me.
いるすぐ
She's
近くに
here,
いる
she's right next to me. I can feel her breath, I can sense her presence.
誰なの
Who are you?
お友達よ
I'm your friend with the broken neck, remember?
あなたが死な
This
せ
is
て
the
しま
future
う
where you
未来
make me die.
No!
どうしてさっき一人
Why did you leave me by myself back there?
せっかく
After we finally managed to get back together too.
この人
I was so worried that I'd hurt
あ
you.
なたを傷つけ
So
た
worried. And that's why things turned out this way.
No, don't say that!
打ちひしがれる私の前に
As I lay
小
there,
さな
stricken
女の
with
子の足
grief,
音が聞こえてきて
I heard the footsteps of a child approach.
見上げると
I looked up and saw a little girl with a red dress standing over me.
どうしても助けたいお友達
Do you want to save your friend, no matter what it takes?
あなたは何者な
Who,
の
what are you?
この世界の運命を滑る
I'm the one who controls the fate of this world.
何を言っているのかわからない
I had no clue what she meant by that,
だけどさっきから私にアドバイスをくれようと
but
して
I
いる
remember that she'd been giving me advice this whole time.
校舎の至るところにいる幽霊
She
が
had a different air about her than the other spirits around the school building. I felt like
味方なのか
maybe she was on my side.
助けたい
She
よ
was not.
お願い方法があるなら
I
教え
want
て
to save her, please. If there's some way to do it, tell me how.
もう一度思い出すチャンスをあ
I'll
げ
give you another chance to
る
remember.
よく考え
Think
て
hard.
今見たのは魂
What
の通
you've
過
just
する未
seen
来
are
であり
events from your
過去の出
past,
来事
which is also the future through which your spirit now passes.
あなたはこの時間
In
軸
other
を
words,
通過するのが
this
初
isn't
め
the
てでは
first time
ない
you've experienced this sequence of
感
events.
じていたでしょ
But you already knew that, didn't you?
そんなことありえない
This This sort of thing doesn't happen.
理解で
It
き
should
な
have
い
sounded
話
like
だった。
complete nonsense to me.
でも私は無言でうなず
But I
いた。
didn't say a word. I just nodded.
断片的だったけれど
They
圧
were
倒
only
的な存在
fragments,
感で
but nonetheless,
一度目の
I
ビジョンが
was
見えてい
seeing
た。
crystal clear visions of what I can only assume was my first time experiencing these events.
ずっと感じてた既視感は私の脳が
That
作り
sense of
出した
deja vu I'd been
夢や妄
feeling
想じゃ
wasn't
なかっ
just
たん
some
だ。
crazy delusions or misidentified nerve impulse in my brain. It was real.
だったら絶望のトリガーは
Then
もう見えてい
you've
るは
also
ず。
already seen the trigger event from which your despair originated.
抗ってみなさい。
So now you
死の
fight
運命に
against this fated demise.
Here we are. So I'm gonna make a save here. Here we go. Ready to save her?
気がつくと私は校舎の3階にいた。
When I came back to my senses, I found myself standing in the hallway on the third floor of the school building.
いつの間にここに来たのか、いつからここにいたのか。
When did I get here?
体の
How
周り
long
に
had I been here?
やはり
I
ま
looked
た
down, and sure
黒い
enough,
液体
there
が
were puddles of
水玉で
black
作って
all
いた。
around me.
私の股から流れ出たものだ。
It was that viscous fluid that had been spilling out from inside me,
陰鬱な気持ちが広がっていく。
a palpable manifestation of dread
今はそれど
spreading
ころ
out
じゃない。
across the floor.
聖子、
But this was no time to sulk. I had to think about Seiko.
私はまたあの子を一人にしてしまったんだ。
I'd left her all by herself, again.
まだ用務員室
I
にいる
wonder
か
if
な。
she's still in the custodian's room.
この音、
That sound
トイレの中から聞こえてくる。
going from the inside the bathroom.
乱暴な音に緊張しながら
There was a violent banging
ト
coming
イレ
from
の
one of the
中を覗いて
stalls.
みた。
With a lump in my throat and a shiver down my spine, I slowly crept in to take a look.
しんと張り詰めた空気
There
の
was
女
an
子トイレ
eerie
の
stillness
中。
in the air within the girls' lavatory.
人の気配は全くしないけれど、奥から3つ目の扉が今
It didn't feel like there was anyone else in there with me, but I sensed a slight movement on the third stall door from the back.
Open it.
ずっと感じ
No
てい
time
た
to
違和
hesitate.
感。私は
This was the
この
source
先の
of
成り行きを
all of the bad
未
feelings
来の出来事を
and uncomfortable premonitions I'd been having. I knew what I was going to find. I remembered this future.
こうなる前に止めなきゃいけなかった。あの
This was
未
the
来、
future I absolutely had to
私の記
prevent
憶に
from
焼き付い
coming
てい
to
る。
pass.
あのイメー
The
ジは
image of what awaited for me in that stall was burned into my memory.
現実。
And it was now a reality.
聖子、
Seiko!
聖子、生きてる
Seiko,
ね。
you're still alive! I'll save you!
All right, we gotta save her.
うっすらと悪い未
There
来
it
が
was
見え
again.
る。
A flash of the sad future that awaited us if I made even one wrong move here.
まだ助けられるかも
But
しれな
there
い。
was still time. I could still save her.
待ってて、今下ろしてあげる。
Hold on, I'll get you down.
何かないの？
How?
第一に
The noose was
体が
pretty high
聖
off
子
the
を
ground.
助けられ
I
るも
need
の。
somewhere to get up to neck height in order to pull her down safely. Something to stand on?
All right, what are we doing?
Well, last time-
You're the true ending. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, and considering the last time we tried to use the bucket, she died by the time we got back.
Okay, so don't use the bucket. Think of something else.
True ending.
We're thinking of something else then.
True ending.
Griff, that's not an answer. These are the two options we have here. What are we doing?
Which one gets us closer to true ending?
Doesn't matter which one. We can literally reload if we fail.
I don't wish to fail. I have seen it enough times.
Let's try something else.
見える。ダメ。あのバケツ、
No,
穴が
I
開くわ。
remember now. The motor of that bucket is rusted
私が折
through.
ってしまう。
I fall and I wind up breaking Seiko's neck.
Okay, so we just saw the future of what would have happened if we did the other thing.
何か違う。
Oh.
Yeah.
まず
Basically,
守ってあげなきゃ。
uh, we are seeing multiple different futures play out at the same time.
Interesting.
Which is why we know that. Because that's what would have happened if we had gone for the bucket. Alright, what's next?
There must be some other way. Some way to loosen the rope so she can breathe.
半ば意識を失いながら
Though only half conscious, Seiko was thrashing about wildly, frantic, squirming for air.
それは生にしがみつ
Seemed
こうとし
automatic, like a reflex. The body's struggle for life when life was being denied it.
空をかく手足の動きに
All I could see as I watched her body writhing on that rope was proof positive that she wanted to live.
絶対助けるから
I'm going to save you, I swear.
大丈夫未来が見えるんだもの
You're going to be alright. I could see the future.
運命
Fate
が
was
味
on my
方
side
してく
for
れ
a
ているん
change.
だもの
Alright, what now?
When Naomi was hanging, Satoshi grabbed her and lifted her up, but Satoshi's taller than Naomi. And there's not really any-
Satoshi didn't grab Naomi though.
He did, didn't
Lifted
he?
her.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't grab her though.
Oh, is that? Oh,
Remember
does
what we
that
saw
not-
from the OVA when Naomi tried to pull Seiko down from it?
Oh,
Yeah,
is
so we're
that
gonna
what
think of something
grabbing
else.
means? Oh, I thought grabbing her meant like lifting her.
体を引っ張って余計に
No
首を
wait,
絞
I
め
remember
て
this
しまう
too.
未来
I
が
try
見え
and
る
lift her. I'm just going to end up pulling her down on her harder and breaking her neck. Seiko!
She's not doing too well.
What do I do? There has to be something out.
Place her up on your shoulders.
とにかく体を浮
That
か
was
せ
it.
てあげな
I
きゃ
needed to lift her higher up.
聖子の下に体をか
I
がませ
quickly
ると
ducked under Seiko's
暴れ
body
る
and
聖子の
forced
両足を我が
myself
宇宙で
between
抑え込ん
her
で
wildly flailing
両肩に
legs
乗せた
until she was sitting on my
腰に力を入れて
and
聖子の
I then
体を
put
持ち上
everything
げ
I
る
had into my back muscles, standing up and lifting her into the air.
首と天井の支柱をピンと
This
つないでい
created
たロ
enough
ープが
slack
緩
in
む
the
と
rope that the upper half of
聖子の
Seiko's
上半
body
身が
weakened,
力なく個
as
室
it
の
was.
奥に倒れ込む
naturally collapsed against the back wall.
私は慌てて前に出て
Thinking fast, I took a step forward and actively pushed her into it, holding her in place so her head wouldn't drop back down again.
We saved her.
聖子しっかりして息をして
Seiko, stay with me, breathe!
息して息して
Breathe, breathe!
今ロープほど
I'm going to get you out of this rope now, okay? Just hold still.
全身の毛が逆立つ
All the hair on my body was standing on end.
私は運命に
I
手を
actually
突っ
did
込ん
it.
だんだ
I averted fate. I prevented Seiko's
少し
death.
できた新しい世界に今入り込
I
んだ
could
のを
feel
体
it
中
all
で感じ
throughout
ていた
my being. I just stepped into a new world, a new destiny.
不思議だった私の既視感
It was an odd
最
sensation.
悪の未来の記憶は
My deja vu, my memories of that horrible future had ground
全
to a
く覚
hole.
えていなかった
I had no idea what would happen from now on.
この子の死だけを強く記憶し
It
てい
seems
た
the
よう
only
な
memories I retained from that other timeline were the ones relating to my dearest friend's demise.
暴れるのをやめぐったりと
Seiko
うな
had
だれた
stopped
聖子の首
squirming
に
and
手を
simply
伸ば
slumped
して
over, exhausted from the whole ordeal. I reached my hand up to her neck, gently and carefully,
首に食い込んでいたロープの
and
結び
after a
目を
lot of fumbling,
手探
I
りでほどい
successfully
た
untied the knot on the rope.
ほどけたロープを首から剥がすと
Peeling the slack noose off of Seiko's neck
信じられないぐらい
made
強
a
く
sort of
首に食い込んで
crackling
いたのが
sound
わ
with
かる
each yank. I was in awe of how much force that rope had exerted.
悔しくてたまらない
It was painful just thinking about it.
今朝まであんなに楽しそう
Up
に笑っていた
through this
この子が
morning, she was all smiles
私
and
のこと
laughter.
気遣ってくれる
She was always singing
優
about
しい
me,
この子が
and always so kind and outgoing.
どうしてこんなひどい目に遭わなきゃ
Why
い
did
けない
something
の
so
だろう
horrible have to happen to her?
だけど今
But there was nothing to be
私と
afraid of
聖子
anymore.
は
Seiko and
死の
her I
運命を
had
乗り
now
越えた
bypassed the sad fate
もう怖
that
くない
previously awaited us.
二人いれば大丈夫だ
As long as the two of us were together, we'd make
目
it
の前
through
で
this.
呼吸をしている
I
聖
looked
子
down
の
at
顔を見て
Seiko, still breathing and
涙
sobbed.
が止まらなかった
I led Seiko out of the stall and gently laid her down on the bathroom floor. She was too weak to go any further just yet.
聖子バカなんで首
Seiko,
なん
you
か吊る
idiot!
の
Why would you try to hang yourself?
も
I was so worried about you. You have no idea.
聖子の体に
I
頭を
laid
乗
my
せ
head on her body. She was so
温
warm.
かい
I wasn't going to let her go
もう
again.
離さ
I
ない
wasn't going to let anyone take her
こ
away
の子
from
も
me.
う大丈夫
Okay, it's okay now. I'm sorry, Seiko. I won't ever leave you alone again.
わかる
Do you understand?
見
Can
え
you
る
see me? It's
私
me,
だよ
Naomi. What is it?
聖子
Seiko?
え、
どうしたの
What's
私
wrong? It's me.
私
It's
だよ
me.
聖子の様子がおかしい
Seiko wasn't acting like herself.
まるで恐ろしい
She
も
was
のに再
regarding
会
me
し
as
た
if
よう
she'd
な
seen a ghost.
心の底か
Her
ら
face was
怯えきった
plainly
表情で
painted with abject
私を
fear
見据えて
from the very depths of her soul.
足をふらつかせながら
She
立ち上が
stumbled
り
to her feet clumsily
後
and
ずさってい
hastily
く
darted out of the room.
聖子
Seiko?
なんでどうし
What?
て
Why? I
意
didn't
味がわからな
understand.
い
Was she
錯
confused?
乱しているのかな
Either way, I had to
とに
catch
か
her.
く追いつかないと待ってよどうしたの私だよ
Wait, tell me what's wrong. It's me. It's Naomi.
聖子の後を追って駆け
I
出す
kept pace with Seiko's frantic,
廊下の隅から
unsteady sprinting
階段へ入ろうと
as
し
she
た
turned the corner
その
and
時
headed down the staircase. And then... Say...
ちょっと
No.
The fucking piano wire.
Welcome
I
to
think
Book of
we forgot
Shadows.
about something.
Yeah. Welcome to Book of Shadows.
Welcome to Book
So
of
we
Shadows.
can't actually save anyone, huh?
Technically, we did.
We saved her.
No, we fucking didn't, you lying pieces of shit.
What? We pulled her off of the noose. She's fine. We stopped her from dying via hanging.
She's
That
ahead of
is
the
not
game.
what you said. You said we got everyone out of here alive.
No, I said we can save everyone.
Nope. Nope. One of you said we get them out of here alive.
You asked if you asked. You just never confirmed properly.
せっかく助かったのに
Yeah, see, she saved her.
What, like, Seiko, I saved you! I just
Cyan?
saved you!
Yeah, see, she saved her.
Cyan. Cyan.
Yeah, what's up? Oi! Come back! Welcome back!
You're a dick.
I know, I am. Isn't it great? Luna, your line.
Ugh. It smells rotten.
So is there actually when we get to save everyone?
I would assume blood drive, but I don't know anything about blood drive, so I can't answer that.
Hmm.
I can answer if you really want.
I don't want
Yes.
spoilers for blood drive.
I do.
I mean, actually, I already told you before.
Alright, can we continue?
Oh, you. Oh, you. Did you really think you could save her?
一度この学校を通り過ぎた運命
Once someone fate passes through these halls, it locks in place forever.
わかるかな
Don't you see? If your destiny is to die here, then that's what's going to happen no matter what.
それは
And the way you die will just keep getting worse and worse every
ひ
time.
どい死に様かもしれないいい子いい子
Good girl. Good girl.
逃げるできないって
Don't
分
worry.
かってる
I'll
くせに
gladly extract all your painful memories for now.
あなた1回目じゃないんだよね
This isn't your first time here after all, right?
これからたっぷりと味
We
わ
have
ってい
all
く
the time in the world to savor all the new, unspeakable way your friend can die.
character?
Yes, it is. Such unbelievable cruelty. This was an inhuman malevolence the likes of which never even could imagine could exist.
私が余計なことをしたせいで聖子は
Because of my own overzealous actions,
もっとひどい
Seiko
姿に
wound
なっ
up
てしま
meeting
う
a fate even worse than death by hanging.
私のせいで
It's my fault.
私のせいで
My fault.
聖子の方に
My tears began raining down on Seiko's cheek,
額に鼻に
and on her forehead,
口に
into her nose, into her mouth, into her ears,
だけど
eyes. Oh,
聖子は
but
目をつぶら
Seiko's
ない
eyes wouldn't close.
焦点の定まらない目で
Despite lacking the ability to focus
じっ
anymore,
と
she just kept
私
staring
を
right
見
at
つめ
me.
続けて聖子
Oh, Seiko, what are you looking at right now? What thoughts are going through your mind?
どうしてさっき
Probably nothing.
私
She's
を
kinda
突き飛ば
dead.
したの
Why did you run from me earlier?
So you remember what Naomi did to Seiko in the base game?
Yes.
Yeah, there's your answer.
No, I know exactly why she ran. That was not a surprise.
Yep.
I was just angry because we
Yeah.
got so close to the actual romance.
We were so
We were
close. We
so
almost
close.
got it.
So close to greatness.
Maybe Blood Drive will give it to us.
Why were you so afraid?
いくら問いかけても
But
聖子は
no matter how many times I
返
asked
事を
her
してくれなかった
these questions, Seiko just wouldn't answer.
Well, that's rude.
Hmm.
何があっても友達だって
I told her we'd always be
ずっと一
friends
緒
no
に
matter
いよう
what.
ねって
That we'd always be together.
答えてよ返事してよ
Answer me, please. Say something. Don't leave me all alone.
Well, at least Naomi gets a pretty neat souvenir.
まだ温かみの
Bruh.
残る
I'm going to kill you.
締めて
In Minecraft?
無力な私は
I could still feel the warmth from Seiko's head in my arms, but she was gone now. I was powerless. All I could do was scream.
何もできない何も変えられない
There was nothing else to do. Nothing would change.
張り巡らされた冷たい檻に吸い込まれるように残酷な嘲笑と私の嗚咽が
None of the screaming helped. All that did was echo back at me, as if mocking my pain. I felt like I was trapped in a cold, damp cell.
ここは紛れもなく地獄だった
I had no doubt in my mind that this was hell.
どうしてこんなひどい目に遭わなきゃいけないの
Why do we have to be put through this nightmare?
もうこの学校ここから出
God, I can't take it anymore. Get me out of here. Someone please save me.
Number 1, Seal. An alternate universe tale. That was chapter 1. And now we can play Demise. Chapter 2. Wahoo. Hard Feelings. Completed chapter 1. Awesome. Alright. So, Griff, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Awesome. Alright. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I've been CPU Steinhardt, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Ciao!